Hello and good day, everybody. Welcome on back. So, I did restart everything. I deleted the world and remade so I can try what I wanted to try. And honestly, it's working out very good. A lot better than I was expecting it to. Even better than my brawler setup, believe it or not. I am a thrower and an attacker, meaning I only have one skill that I'm going to be using. I have a point. So, okay. Before I get into my build, let's go ahead and do a request that somebody asked of me. They wanted to know what I would do for a hammer warrior. I believe they wanted to do a hammer fighter build setup. So this is going to be for the hammer. They wanted two things: talent and class, and what I would do with the hammer. Now, to me, the hammer is going to fall into two categories. One, a elemental style attacker, and two, a support build, because hammers can roll either with elemental damage or heal strength. Heal strength. Yeah, heal strength. Right? Yeah, heal strength. Hammer will either roll with heal strength or elemental damage. Now, I got super lucky. Uh, Disclaimer, I am not playing alone this time. I am playing with one of my friends. As you can see, I have the Essentials mod installed, so I can host the world for them to play. Anywho, they don't get to play too much, so most of this build, as you can see, is my own hands. Back to what I was saying. So if I was going a hammer, I'd go elemental or support. And they want warriors, so I'm assuming they want elemental, like an attacker. So first of all, if you're going elemental and you're going with hammer, and you want warrior to be your primary class, yes, you do have options like I don't think I have any of them on me right now. There's elemental conversion support gems that you can get your hands on. And if you're going warrior, I would go cold and or fire, because those are the two elemental types you have access to in your warrior tree. So of course I would be either going dual wielding or shield. I honestly have been really enjoying the shield, so I'd be using one hammer and a shield, so I would be getting passive block and all of these, except for critical strike chance, simply because I'm going to be going over why. No, critical strike chance. I get all of these passives. All of these are useful. Yes, all of these are useful. Every single one. And the abilities I'd be going for, of course, I would get stance. I would get Gong Strength simply because it does give me endurance charges chance on hit. So this is just a good all-around skill to have. As for my second ability, is either going to be Flame Strike and or Tide Strike, going cold or fire. Now, if I was going fire, what would my subclass be? That is the question. Because I am gonna have to go strength and intelligence if you're going hammer, because hammers roll, wrong button, hammers roll from int and strength. As you can see, your requirements right there. You do get mana back on hit as well, so you can do battle mage, which would help play into the support setup. You run in heals, kind of like a paladin. Not really a paladin, because if you're going melee and you're using energy, you don't want to go crusader. Especially since you're going to be in the warrior tree, you're going to be using energy and mana, but primarily energy. So first things first, let's talk about cold, because cold is really easy. I would be going warlock. Why? Because of this. You got two, you got physical to cold, and then cold damage. And then on top of that, you get curses to do. The curse I would go with would either be less armor, so agony. No, I'd be going elemental. And you're only going to have one on active at a time. So I would go, you have a choice between weakness or elemental. And just to supplement your damage more, if you want, you can go ahead and pick up some summons. It's not going to be your primary thing, but you're in the Warlock tree, so you might as well grab it, right? And the passives, this is a no, no. This is no, it's a buff. It's not an actual attack. So you get these will be your two skills that you'd be using. They're both primary cold. This one to generate, and then this one to spend. Or wait a minute. Deal chaos damage instead of cold damage. The cold damage. Okay, never mind. Maybe not. This just converts it to chaos. Oh, yeah, so you don't want this one. Then you just be doing chaos damage instead. And of course you'd grab this. Oh. This one because it's cold damage. And I guess if you are using this, you would get this 5 times, and then you would pop this before you pop this. Fine, if you do not like the Warlock side and you don't want to play on the Warlock side of things, you can always go Brawler. Brawler, there's 2 classes that you can go for. The only problem with Brawler is that if you're playing Brawler, you're playing Brawler. And then Warrior is going to be your subclass. So there's that to keep in mind if you're going to go Brawler. You have 2 options for attacks. You have this will be your finisher, and this will be an extender. So you'd be choosing one of the linkers to go for. My suggestion would be for this one, simply because it produces their damage, attack speed, and movement speed, which is all around nice to have. And your extender would be this one, Flowing River Rush. And then your finisher would be the Galactic Phoenix, which is funny that it's cold damage when it's Phoenix. And the other option that you have is Mage, Elementalist, and you have all of these to choose from, except for the Golem. I'm not really sure how the whole overheat mechanic thing, but the rough go that I'm getting is you cast fire spells and you cast ice spell to recover mana. As for the passives, I would suggest skill damage, freeze chance, elemental resistance. I guess casting speed would be pretty good for this. That's if you want to go this route. Because this is not a projectile, but you can't put extra projectiles on it. But lucky enough, it is not a channel, so this one could tie in pretty well with Brawler. It's just another skill to cast. Yeah. If you just want to grab all the passives from the warrior tree, grab the defensive buff, of course, because it's just nice to have. Grab Tide Strike, and then go Brawler. Get your cold damage going. You could grab this one too, but this can convert your damage into physical and lightning damage on top of cold damage. And if you're instead wanting to go a fire build, of course, you're going to be in the fighter tree. Flame Strike is a projectile base skill, so you can add extra projectiles on it, like I have for mine right here. You can add 2 extra projectiles. Unfortunately, this is barrage. It's in a barrage, but 2 additional projectiles on your slashes will always be nice. It does reduce damage, but you'll be hitting more often with it. And you attack 3 times during the channel, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, no, that's this one. And if you're in fighter stance, you'll send out a fireball. And if you're in defensive stance, you'll be scorching the enemy, which will reduce their elemental resistance by 10. And again, I would recommend Brawler, because honestly, Brawler is pretty nice if you're going skill damage, which you probably will be. Again, you're going to want to go for the Disabling Blow, because that's just the you want to have for a linker. Your next one would be Raging Drown. Oh, you need an extender, that's right. Rallying Sweep. Kind of like what I was doing when I first started. Of course, you have to get Flurry. Let me point this out. You have to get Flurry to get the buff, to gain the stacks that you'll need to cast the spells. So again, for Fire, Flurry, I clear that up for Ice as well. You'll have to get Flurry if you're going Brawler. Disabling Blow, Rallying Sweep, which will give you a damage boost and movement speed for Rallying Sweep for 20 seconds. Always nice. And you'll be getting Raging Dragon for your fire damage. Fire damage is super easy to get a hang of. Let's go ahead and go over the talent for the fire side of things. I know I skipped over the ice one, because I don't really know where to go for the ice if you're starting off with the warrior, which is right here. Because all the ice elemental stuff is going to be up here. But for fire, it's pretty easy to start with. So the key thing you're going to want to go for is this. You'll do less damage to other stuff, but it will convert 50% of your physical damage into fire damage. And of course, go ahead and grab the actual fire damage just along there. Grab some survivability stuff. Just to make your way up here. Grab those, grab that. And then since we're already right here, we're going to go ahead and grab the burn chance. Go to the edge of the skill tree. Go down and go ahead and grab the fire weapon damage. 25% more physical to fire damage, fire weapon, and fire damage. And then go ahead and just grab the burn. Just go boom, boom, or boom, boom. I guess boom, boom. And that'll be a good start for fire. That's fire resistance. You don't want to grab this. Not yet, unless you're going to go that route. It'll get you started for a good while for a fire setup. You have more fire up here you can go, but you're going to have to go long ways out of your way for it. Anywho, to the topping of the cream of the crop, I should say, you're going to want, since you're already here, you're going to want to go up here, follow this path, and you're going to grab this. You will lose your critical strike damage, so you can grab this as well, since you are going to be right here to grab this fire stuff. Just go up this way and grab this. You will lose your critical strike damage, but you'll be losing your critical strike damage anyways for Elemental Overlord. Elemental Overlord. 100% chance to gain Elemental Overload for 8 seconds on critical hit, giving 25% more elemental damage. This is what I would go if I was going Elemental. Since we're already on this node, since we came up from this way, we're going to bank this way, boom, 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 and grab this. 1% magic damage per 5 strength. Now, I'm not in the Ascendant tree yet, but I will go ahead and go over the fire one. There is a fire one you can go, which is obvious that you would go for if you're going fire. Oh, is this one? No, it's fire resist, right? There's a fire damage one, though. Oh, yeah. It's right here. The Chieftain. You grab these two right here for sure. More burn damage, fire penetration's always nice. Leech 2% of your fire damage as health and more fire damage. And the next one is really up to you. You can go for this one, or you can go for this one. This will be the 3 you go for. You can go for this one first just to get more survivability, or you can go for more damage. I've thought about more about fire than I did ice, so I'd lean more towards the fire setup just because of me. And the other option is if you don't want to go fighter. So this is not a fighter setup. It's going to be a paladin. It's going to be a battle mage style setup. You're gonna go pally. You're gonna grab sink to ground for because that's where you get your rebuke that you can cast any of your skills. Some of these are okay, but honestly, you're not gonna take too many of these. You're gonna mainly go for the auras, depending on what you want to do. If you want to do a lightning, you're gonna grab holy. You're gonna grab this one. This is for a lightning setup hammer for a crusader. Okay. And you're gonna grab. I passed it. No, I didn't. You're gonna grab shaman and crusader. And then since you're using a hammer, you have it's classified as a mage and melee weapon, so you will have access to all of these. So you can play an up close lightning spear, lightning style. And if you are going lightning, you're gonna be grabbing up close to mind crusader for me. You're gonna be grabbing this one because it's gonna convert your physical into lightning. It's going to convert 50% of your physical damage into lightning, and you'll be doing additional lightning damage. But the downside with the auras is that you're going to be using or regenerating less mana and energy. Okay, so you'll pick up some of these. You'll be using energy and then mana, and you'll be rotating back and forth. This one is nice to have because it'll pull them towards you. But you're going to want to focus on lightning stuff, so probably not that one. I guess there is only one lightning ability, which would be slamming your weapon in the ground, doing a lot of lightning damage. Pretty sure cooldown too. So this will be your lightning skill. You're dumping your stamina. And once your stamina is gone, you'll switch to casting spells from the shaman tree. I would really pick one or two. One stamina skill and one lightning skill, or one mana skill. Because again, you're not going to have very much to begin with. But luckily, in the shaman tree, you get access to more mana. So that's nice. And there is... Oh, it's nice. I thought there was... Oh, no, that's Bard. Oh, no, right here. If you're standing in this, I think no, this should counteract the stamina mana decrease. So you can go full onto this, restore your mana with this. And you got two lightning tomes you can go as well. So Shaman and Crusader, for sure, if you're going lightning. You have lightning skills, or you have access to two totems. Again, if you're going totems, I wouldn't grab, in the Crusader tree, I wouldn't grab this, because you're going to want to focus more on setting up your totems. And being up front and tanking. But if you are running totems, you wouldn't really need this either. It'll be its own thing. There's a magic one, isn't there? So instead of the lightning... Dang, that's a lot of crit. Oh, I guess this one still does do lightning damage around you and still does attacks, so it would still work out. What was this damage? I thought there was... Huh, I guess not. This one's rough. So anyways, besides totems, if you don't want to go that route, you have other options. I would grab this one for sure, because this is just going to be a buff. You pop, and you just start attacking things. since the Crusader skill is already AoE, you're going to want to grab a skill that is strong single target. I'm going to go with Electric Spear. Electric Spear. And then Chain Lightning. Because if you are rocking a totem, or rocking this totem, you should be regenerating your stamina or mana a lot faster than you are going to be your energy. Because again, auras reduce your resource regeneration by 20%, which is rough. So that is, and for the Ascendancy, if you're going Lightning, you know you're going to be rocking these three. You're going to go up this one first, you're going to gun for this, you're going to leech 2% of your lightning damage as mana as well, so you're going to be getting a mana back even more to cast more spells, so it's going to be more of a spell hammer than a melee hammer. But this one, lightning damage ignores elemental resistance, and you do a little bit more damage. And then your last one you're going to go is for this one, for that little bit of the energy leech. This one will also be, so it's either between these two. This one, for sure, and then either of these. That's going to be your lightning setup. Oh, as for talents, lightning's a little bit harder to do. So, because lightning is all the way up here. So instead of focusing on lightning, you're going to want to focus on getting your physical damage up as high as you can. But again, that's going to be a little shy because they're all in. You don't want to grab this one because it will reduce your elemental damage. It does increase your physical damage, but it will also reduce your elemental damage by quite a bit. So you're going to get as much physical damage as you possibly can without going out of your way to waste spells to get, or waste points to get something you want. And for game changer nodes, I'm not 100% sure on what to go for though, unfortunately. Simply because I haven't done too much into lightning, because again, a lot of these are not really heavy on lightning. The only one I would really recommend grabbing is this one. Because again, magic damage for strength. You'll be going strength and intelligence. So it's just better to have. So my fire setup is definitely more fleshed out because I have thought about that and looked at that one a lot more than lightning or ice. Fine. That is what I would do if I was running a hammer setup. I hope this helped. I hope you liked it. If it's a little rough going and you want me to go more over one again, do let me know. I was kind of winging it because I didn't know what you wanted. Kind of just said a hammer fighter. And since you get two classes, I wasn't 100% sure on what you wanted. But I hope this covered what you wanted. And yeah. Anywho, let's show you guys what I've done with the place. Actually, let's go ahead and talk about my setup. So, my build that I am currently running, which I am in love with, over the fighter and warrior, I am now a rogue and warrior. And the skill that made me think about this and wanted to go this route is sniper. So I am going to go for sniper, but first things first, I had to get set up, which I'm going for it now. Is this one. So I do 25% less damage all around. I have negative 25 cooldown reduction. I am not 100% sure how that's going to go, but I guess we'll see. My skills will probably go a little bit slower, which will suck, but I think I can counteract that with some gems. But I'll be doing 50% more physical or more projectile skill damage. It's not ranged skill damage, which I initially thought it was going to be, but nope. It's just projectile. So any skill that has that projectile tag will get that 50% increase. And of course, my basic attack will be upped by 40% as well when my skill is on cooldown, which is why I'm going a hybrid setup. But this is what made me think about it. Now, I will say, I do need to grab some projectile speed. I will say that. So I will probably be grabbing this. Not really going for the damage, but for this. I really need that speed. I'll show you why in a minute. So, my initial thought was to run Piercing Dagger, which was serving me well. Don't get me wrong, this was serving me well. I was rocking this skill primarily, and I was going to grab this one when it came up. But then I noticed this. It is a projectile skill. Projectile. It is melee, yes. So I can increase it by grabbing melee skill damage as well if I so desired. I may or may not. But when I am rocking a defensive stance, I can perma-stun things. Yes, I am now the one doing the perma-stunning rather than being the one perma-stunned. Except for bosses. I haven't fought an actual boss yet. So this is my primary skill. Matter of fact, this is the only skill I use. Flicker Strike is only there for me to move around. I will be grabbing Smoke Bomb at some point, and I do pop this. But I only have 3 skills that I run. And the reason why I'm running the... It's called Axe Throw, or is it just Weapon Throw? Axe Throw. I was looking at Quake, because Quake is set as a projectile damage as well. So I can, if this one starts getting meh for me, I can rock Quake instead. Or if I'm really feeling it, I can go with this one. Because it is a barrage. Oh. I could try this one too. Yeah, we're gonna grab this and just see. Actually, we're gonna put 4 into it so I can throw any skill gem. Alright. So we got Wind Slasher now too. I guess it's true once I get when I get the sniper, it is going to kill its cooldown. Anyways, so Axe Throw has 3 charges. It used to have 2. The more points you put into, the more charges you get. And it looks like the charges redo every second. It's 3 charges and 3 seconds for full charge. It is not an AoE skill, so I don't know what the radius is there for. But I can throw 3 of them at once. Look at that. Look at that. And it has such a short cooldown. I can practically spam it. It's super nice. And then when I throw it at the ground, it will ricochet off the ground and go at them. I know it's a little awkward to hit like things directly in front of you, but if you're just swinging down real quick, just keep throwing it at the ground. And you'll hit them. And since there's 3 of them, and what this does in defensive stance on hit slows the enemy. Enemies already slowed also has stun applied for them. The stun is 1 second, but with the short cooldown, you can practically just keep them permanently stunned. If you're fighting one enemy that they're tough, you can practically keep them perma-stunned. You do burn through your energy quite a bit though, but that's why I'm also going attack setup. It's not the fastest, but once I get sharpness going, it does start stacking up. Definitely not as fast as it was. You can also rock this with 2-handed. I am currently using a shield. If you do choose to use a 2-handed weapon and you're going to copy the build I'm rocking, I would recommend a sword. One that does not have area damage, though. Or you can go spear with armor pen, if you so wish. I just personally, I don't like... What was it? Was it 3G? It wasn't 3G. 3B. So the spear, the spear is 3 wide. Okay, so it's not as bad. It's 4-3. 4, 3? 5, 3. 5 long, 3 wide. Well, the axe. Look at that axe. What the heck? Okay. I personally did not realize the axe has a huge hitbox. What in the world? Alright, never mind. Speed. Look at the sword. That's nutty. Okay, so the sword is even bigger. The sword is even bigger. Oh, but it's not farther, so the axe also has a good reach to it. Because we can't go scythe, and I like the scythe attack. This didn't pan out. My first unique weapon I get is a gauntlet. An archer gauntlet. Gloves are fast attacking, but they just hit in front of them. It's not very good AoE. Luckily enough, the axe throw, when it does chain, it's super nice. And it does chain up to 3. And if you are in fighter stance, it'll go to 4. The slash actually goes a lot faster than I was expecting. Let's go barrage. Actually not as bad as I was thinking it would be, if I'm being honest. Alright, let's go ahead and go turn this off. Go do a little bit of fighting and I'll show you around the place. It's not really done yet. I actively just finished it today. Not really finished it. I just finished the first floor. Second floor. The thing with the weapon toss, you can throw it at the ground. Oh, wait. I have barrage off. Give me a minute. Alright. So when you have defense on, you can throw it at the ground. Wrong button. And it just stuns it. Because there's 3 of them. So if you're fighting a single mob that's doing a lot of damage to you, they're just going to be perma-stunned. Super nice. And it is really good at taking multiple enemies on at a time. If you're getting swarmed, it's going to be ricocheting all over the place. And since you're throwing 3 of them at once, it's going to be just ricocheting and stunning, slowing. You're going to be stunning a bunch of mobs at the same time. Now, if I do manage to get a support gem that is not a barrage setup, I think it'll definitely be better. I got the Willy mod now, or the Willy buff. Let's see if we can get a portal to spawn. Yeah, it was perma-stunned. 2 things, and then another thumb would spawn, so it's 3 things. You can easily just perma-stun things. Ignore the attack speed. The attack speed is from the Orca buff. Orca's Might gives you insane attack speed. As you can clearly see. So fun. I love the Orca buff. I need to get one. Just to keep it in the house. I'm an Orca pet. All times. So luckily enough, my basic attacks are still doing some good damage. And I don't have very many talents, like in the passive skill tree, that's giving me damage. Primarily focused on defense. Because I know that I struggled really early on when it came to health. When it comes to melee. Alright, we're just gonna go to this. I'm gonna show you guys the build in action. Oh, I guess this mutant guy right here. They're like small little tiny mini bosses, right? Perma stun it. It's nice because this will also you can attack and throw at the same time. Except for this guy still will do stuff, unfortunately. He's stunned, but he'll still do stuff. Alright, to the dungeon. So I can show the build in action for multiple enemies. It's pretty good for mobbing too. Not huge mobs, but good size. I need to get duration for my buff. Oh, this thing is taking forever to get up here. It'll collect them pyramids on fire. Almost to the top yet? Jeez. Hey, almost there. Here's the entrance. Alright. Give me some mobs. I'm not gonna get mobbed. There's like nothing in here. This was a bust. Alright, I'll come loot this later. Yeah, there's like nothing. So they're trying to show off the build and then there's nothing spawns. Where's the portal? Oh wait, I probably have some in my bag. Let me do that, actually. Here. Let's throw out... What is that? Great Pearl Witch Gate? Alright, we're gonna do a Witch Gate. Alright, Witch Gate. With my throw build. So for mobbing... practically everything. Worked out splendidly. Alright, next wave. It just bounces like crazy. Oh, I should use my other ability a little bit more. Oh, are you serious? I guess here's my mobs. I do burn through my stamina like crazy though. As you see, the mobbing is pretty nice. That's just the weapon toss. It bounces and stuns. Super nice. Honestly, it's part of my favorite setup that I've done so far. And I'm still doing what I enjoy, which is just attacking when I'm not super slowed. It's been a lot better than I was expecting. I don't know how I feel about this ability, though. Maybe if I get casting speed, but I don't have to invest into casting speed. Isn't there a casting speed node, actually? Oh, I leveled up. More mana regen, casting speed less. Oh, I'll be losing my dodge, though. I'm currently using dodge and block chance. Cast. More song, less cast speed. Is it just the two? No. Oh, projectile count. It's only one, though. Maybe there's no real cast speed. It's been working out really well. I'm enjoying this build a lot. A lot more than I originally thought that I would. But I do not regret restarting it again. Just to start this build. Because then I want to wait to get all the stuff to respec. I wanted to try it. So much so that I restarted. And then as I was restarting, I was like, wait a minute. My friend won't supply. Because now I can actually tank. And I am. With the defensive stance, I also grabbed this. So I generate 110? 100 plus threat per attack. 60, 111. 110. Well, I said correctly the first time. 111. I mean, it is 11, but it's 111. 60 and 50. Yeah. I need to repair before I break my stuff. I'm really bad at it. Alright, so this originally was on a little island. And it's kind of branched out. Because I went 3... What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went 5 by 5 chunks. So the bottom floor is going to be kind of like the production I have. Because crops are going to be very important this time around. We're going to have the barn over here. I don't know what the side's going to be yet. Maybe Botania. Not 100% sure. Also, those are giant dogs. One of them's rolling around. Adorable. Or dogs. Their friends' dogs. This is the aquarium. Duly noted. The axolotls despawned. Oh, no, they didn't. They're just under here. They're just under. The lobsters did, though. There used to be 2 lobsters. Oh, they're both over here. Yeah, they're both over there. Oh, little aquarium. Gonna set up probably some kelp to farm under here as well to keep it safe. It's gonna be deeper than this. This is just a temporary setup so we can have axolotls and stuff. I'm gonna make this deeper. So we can actually fish in it as well. And not just have these, but I'm gonna bring fish into here as well. I'll probably make the walkway on the sides bigger. Do additional block rather than just this. And for upstairs, I have a little spiral staircase. This is probably going to be the crafting area. I already have this going. Barely made any potions, though. I haven't been to the dark yet to make the crafting potions. Just storing our skill gems and augments. And Enderman put a sand block up here. I used to have the stairs there. So this is going all the way up, and at the top of the pyramid, we're going to do more floors. But at the top of the pyramid, there is going to be a beacon, because it's a pyramid, so why not do a beacon at the top? The cap of the pyramid will be a beacon. And for down below, I have rope going all the way down. Working on that still. This goes all the way down to bedrock. I will probably set up a village down there at some point. Because we have a village already over here. But we're going to bring them over here. And we'll just have them go down here. Keep them safe. Because we can't really, we gotta go pretty deep. Because there's so much water. But you gotta go pretty deep to get out of the water. And then rope will just take you all the way down. That's about it. I don't think we'll go all the way down for the villagers, but just enough to get out of the water. At least the huge thing of water. So once the water is done, wherever that will be, and that is going to be it's going to be down here. I'll probably go with this one. Depth 13, negative 13. Probably go with this one. Maybe we'll see. We'll figure it out. I was trying to figure out a way to do a water elevator, but we need a lot more blocks, and setting up water elevators is so tedious. Especially since we're going from top to bottom, such a large area. It'd be rough to get set up. So I'm just doing rope all the way down. So if you want to get down quick, just jump in the rope. I'm going to do 4. Or a 2x2. But that's about it. Storage is still up in the air. We'll probably do that in the production floor upstairs. Get that figured out. Right now, I just kind of had everything out here. Since I got the pyramid done. Or at least, I guess the body of it, I'm still going to add more to it, as you see. Probably added some designs to it. Make the entrance look a lot better than what it is. I'll probably tear down these walls a little bit to match that. Give more room in here. I got glow berries over there. This pig has been just doing circles for ages. Oh, right. We also have crabs roaming around. They're here at the start. And now there's only one. I don't know where the other ones went. I was just kind of existing, you know. Honestly, you probably went down or went out. But this is the base. This is where it all begins. Quest-wise, I did the prologue and a little bit of this. I have not done the Invoker yet because we have not found a... We have not found a... Oh, my sound's messing up. I don't know why it's doing this. One sec. Alright. Sorry about that. Yeah, if there was a sound issue. Hope not. But yeah, we have not found a woodland mansion yet. Other than that, that was going to be it for today. I wanted to do the request build video that was requested of me. I hope it helped. If not, do ask to specify what you would like, and I will narrow it down and focus on that instead. I, on the other hand, am really loving my build. Hope you guys are enjoying the video as well. The series, I should say. This build is probably going to be what I stick with because I think I can go the distance with this setup. My thrower. My Axeman. My Axeman build. It's just fun. It is. I don't know about this skill though. I think I'll drop it. Maybe go Quake, if anything. Either way, everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, be well, stay safe, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And stay awesome, everybody.